really don't know why I'm even doing this game tonight, but I don't have many options. Tonight, it's the New York Mets trying to find their way to getting even remotely close to getting out of the basement against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Last night, the Mets fell into the basement with a Nationals crushing win over the Marlins and a Met loss to the Angels. And unfortunately for the Mets tonight, they have one of their worst starters on the mound in the form of the cookie, Carlos Carrasco, who has crumbled badly this year. But then again, that's a consequence of him trying to pitch his way through a bone spur in the elbow injury early in the year, which Buck tried his damnedest to sweep under the rug instead of putting Cookie on the bench right out of the box. And I put emphasis on him sweeping it under the rug. We don't even know if we're going to get Starling Marte back because of the groin pull. And if there's one word that describes how the Mets were handled this year, it's one. It's this one. Incompetence. Incompetence. There was incompetence from Buck, incompetence from Epler, incompetence from Barnes, and incompetence from Cohen. Epler is cut from the same cloth as Gelman. Great scout. Great scout, but a horrible GM. It's one of the main reasons I'm not wearing my hat tonight for this one. Every decision runs on cause and effect, Buck. The sooner you're out of New York City, the better. Of course, that's if we even have a 2024 season, given that a certain government cabal is trying to reinforce certain mandates again ahead of the 2024 presidential elections in an attempt to screw Trump. For those wondering what I'm talking about, check my Twitter account. I posted a little video on there earlier today expressing my opinion on the return of the bug. That said, the people who will try to enforce this deserve to be shut down. Trying to enforce their bullshit, the deep state narrative, deserve to be shut down. First pitch in about 5 minutes. I hate mimes. Yet they burn the damn mime anyway. That's why the Giants are burning their timeouts. I mean, I get it's preseason, last game of the preseason, and yeah, I am tailing Tina on his solo call of the Giant Jet preseason matchup to close out the pre-year for both squads. Both had a seesaw postseason. Jets losing a nail biter to the Browns in the Hall of Fame game, then crushing the Panthers and shutting out Carolina, and then getting crushed by I don't remember who they play in their most recent preseason game. And the Giants letting it one get away from Detroit and in Detroit, and nearly letting one get away last week with the Panthers. It's probably Darwin who wants in. Eagles will have Rengifo, Shohei, who, while he won't be pitching, he will be at least able to DH for a time. Don't know how long until he needs to go under the knife for UCL surgery. Brandon Drury, Mike Moustakis, O'Hop, Moniak, Renfro, Cabbage, and Grichuk as your starting nine for Anaheim. The Mets, it'll be Nimmo, Lindor, McNeil, Alonso, Vogelbach, Stewart, Navarez, Ortega, and Arauz. First pitch on the way. He throws it way too far outside, ball one. The main issue with Cookie this year has been he's been bloating his pitch count too early out of the box, which is why I say we ship him out when the year's over. Ball two. I mean, that bone spur in his elbow, that didn't get treated right out of the gate, really has killed whatever momentum Cookie had coming out of last year. 2-1. But then again, Buck was the one who chose to sweep the issue under the rug instead of dealing with it when it first came notice. Line drive into the glove of Arauz. Here's Shohei again dealing with UCL surgeries, UCL issues, so he will be out of the pitching rotation for the Angels, but he'll be able to DH for as long as he can handle it. His career against the Cookie, he has a double, a single, a homer, and 3 RBIs. 2-0. 2-1. Ohtani this year, 44 homers, 91 RBIs as a hitter with a 305 batting average. That one hooking towards the corner. Foul. So that looked fair to me. Let's see, that is. Yep, that's foul. That hit off the Coors Light sign on the foul side of the pole. That's foul. That one going down the left field line, it's foul. Man, look at the damage. Tiny's got pop. He's always had pop. They're going to need to repair those when the inning's over. Fouled off again. I mean, regardless of the Angels make the postseason or not, and the way it's looking, it doesn't look like they will. Ohtani is going to need to go under the knife. When the year's over, Ohtani's going to need to go under the knife and get UCL surgery. Foul off again. I mean, he's got to go under the knife. That one's driven to right center, into the gap and off the wall. Nimmo will play it on the hop, and Ohtani will stop at second with a 1-out double. Strike one, this time to Drury, a former Met, who's part of the replace Mets. Oh, no balls and 2 strikes. In the left center for a base hit. Ohtani coming home, and he'll score easily. 1-0 Anaheim. This is why I don't want Cookie on the team anymore. The piece of shit can't get ever since that bone spur. He's been horrible with pitch control, horrible with his pitch count, maintaining his pitch count, and more importantly, he's been horrible in getting guys out. Why even keep this son of a bitch in the rotation anymore? When this year's up, ship his ass out. As far as I'm concerned, I'm happy I've only got one more Met game to deal with that I can catch, and it's not happening until September 27th, 21st. First against Philadelphia. That said, Carrasco, Your ass is grass when the year is over. You don't deserve to be a Met anymore. Why should you even stick around when you tried to play through a bone spur injury when you're not, when that is a bad idea? You allowed it to bloat your ERA to a balloon until it was a balloon, and even your recovery time didn't help much. But then again, I blame Buck for sweeping that injury under the rug instead of forcing you on the onto the IL right out of the gate when he first noticed it. Cause and effect, Buck. Cause and fucking effect. You dumbass piece of shit. 2-2. Swan, I missed strike 3. Sit down, Moose. Here comes Logan O'Hop. One and 0. 1-1. I mean, seriously, Showalter, you deserve a death warrant. You signed your death warrant this year with how incompetent you and Epler have handled this team has been handled. 2-1. 3-1. Can we please ship Cookie out when this season is over? He has crumbled the crumbs, and he must be shipped away, thrown out with the rest of the garbage. Full count. That's ground to Arauz. He'll throw it to first and end the inning. But Anaheim gets 1 on 2 hits. First inning complete. Top of the first complete. Angels 1 and the Mets coming up. Better do something compared to the last game I called, that's better do something compared to the last game I called, which was they get Jack and shit against Atlanta. And Jack left town, meaning they gave me nothing but a huge heap of shit. The sooner we get rid of Buck, this will be the first time most of these Mets will be facing Chase Silseth. Predominantly, he's been used out of the bullpen this year. I don't know why the Halos are starting him tonight. Maybe their own rotation's been stretched thin. The fact that Shohei, who was supposed to pitch tonight, that UCL injury really got to him, so he had to go scramble for a battery arm, reliable battery arm. I don't know. Here's Nimmo. Up and out, 1-0. Two and 0 on the out. Low and in. In on Nimmo, that is. Low and out again, 3 and 0. Down the middle, and Nimmo takes it 3 and 1. Nimmo thought that was a ball, but instead he just stares at it. Is Nimmo going to chase, or is he just going to let it go for strike 3? Place your bets, boys, especially with Chad Fairchild as the crew chief this weekend. And for this one, pay off, and he fouls it off. We'll do it again. Grichuk had the game-saving double play in last night's matchup. Again, Mendick was an 8 to go on such a slow pitch. Looper, is it going to fall? Nope, it's caught by Grichuk. Taken left, and mid-left. Hung up enough for him to get to it. Considering how deep Grichuk started on that one. Francisco Lindor had the only run productivity for the Mets last night, a solo down the left field line, his 24th of the year. So he's hit at least 20 home runs in each of his first 3 years as a Met. Or at least 23 homers in his first 3 years as a Met. 11-game hitting streak, and during this, he's hit .386, 2 doubles, 2 homers, 9 RBIs, but he's also struck out 9 times. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. This is last night's. One pitch. Ball 2. Lindor held up 3 and 1. Kind of weird that Taco Bell is still sponsoring the Mets when Taco Bell is a Pepsi product fast food chain, and yet the Mets switched to Coke back in 2016. Kind of baffling, isn't it? Fouls it off behind the plate, and fouls it off and goes to the backstop, full count. Payoff pitch. Fouled off. And Lindor, being the idiot he is, has struck out for the 10th time in this 11-game inning streak. Any imbecile would know not to chase that kind of pitch. This is the problem with Stu Barnes. Go for broke, the team will usually chase anything, even shit pitches that bounce in the dirt. Where's the discipline at the plate? Oh, that's right, Barnes. You threw it away because you're a half-witted piece of shit. Motherfucker. Here's Jeff McNeil. Ball 1. I mean, seriously, this is why I don't like Cookie being on the mound tonight. When he struggles, the Mets struggle. 2-0. And why I want Cookie out of New York City. Along with Barnes, Showalter, and Epler. They've all become a cancer that this team desperately needs to cut. As far as I'm concerned, Cookie should have been thrown into the fire sale for some draft capital. That one's popped foul going into the seat. Short of the Angel dugout, no one was going to grab it. And Moose wasn't going to be able to get to it. And it's even more depressing that because of the lack of discipline at the plate, McNeil, who was last year's batting champion, is hitting a paltry 266 at the plate this year because of the stupidity of messing with the formula. Three and 1. So for the third batter in a row, Silseth has fallen behind 3-0 or 3-1 or worse. But twice he's gotten out of it. Jeff, why the fuck did you swing, you bastard? I swear, I want to kill these guys. I want to kill all of them. And for how incompetent they've been this year. And he just stared at it. You could have swung at it, you piece of shit bastard. MH, fuck off, all right? Not in the mood for fast food talk. I swear, Showalter. You and Barnes need your neck, deserve your necks in a noose for how stupid and incompetent you've made this team this year. Last year, you're one of the best. This year, you're among the worst because you, Showalter, chose to mess with the formula, swept injuries under the rug instead of dealt with them immediately, instead of dealing with them immediately. And made too many alterations with the lineup. Resign in disgrace and never return to New York City, you son of a bitch. With the exception of Eric Chavez, we need to scrap the entire coaching staff of the New York Mets. I am dead fucking serious about that, folks. The whole Met, except Chavez, the whole Met coaching staff needs to be scrapped. Billy Epler has to leave and never return. And Stevie Cohen has to find someone who is competent and is not someone who is a good scout but a terrible GM like David Gettleman was for the Giants. or this team will become the baseball equivalent of the G-Men because of how stupid Epler is, because of how much of a fucking idiot Billy Epler is. Because that's what he is, a fucking idiot. Because that's what Epler is. He's a fucking idiot. And he just gave up, and Cookie gives up a homer to Mickey Moniak. It's 2-0 Anaheim. And I didn't catch it because the damn TV app is in fucking commercial mode. This is why I want Cookie's ass out of New York when this season is fucking over. Get him out and make sure his ass never fucking returns. Ship out the Cookie. He's gone bad. He must die. Piece of shit commercials. Renfroe faces 0-2. Give me some middle fingers in the chat, boys, for Cookie. A boatload of middle fingers. This one got hit straight to right field. No way. Into the Met bullpen. No way Stewart was going to get that one. 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Held up 2-2. Seriously, Cookie, you fed him a fucking cookie. You deserve to die. In the dirt, full count. And this is the other problem. That bone spur has led to Cookie's pitch count bloating in the early innings. I don't want this son of a bitch on the team anymore. We never should have gotten this son of a bitch. And that's gone. Or going in the left. Ortega under it, 1 down. The sooner this season ends, the sooner we can ship Cookie out. I can't wait until October 1st. I'm not sure if I can hold out another 5 to 6 weeks, to be perfectly frank. Into the corner, fair ball. That's going to be a double. Well, for Trey Cabbage. Get this piece of shit off the fucking mound now! Or better yet, put Cookie's neck in a noose. He deserves to be hanged for this shit that he's pulled this year. And so does Buck, so does Epler, and so does Barnes. All 4 of them deserve to be hanged. And Navarez is getting a new mitt after his broke. I mean, no, I know, this sort of shit's commonplace for the Mets these days. Popped up, center field, Nimmo under it, 2 down. Cabbage thinks about tagging, but he holds up. But he'll stay put on second. Here's Randall Grichuk, who many call the hero of last night's game with his defensive play. I mean, what was Danny Mendick thinking trying to tag up on a 235-foot fly ball? Where's the common sense? You stay put when the ball is not hit that deep into the outfield. Into the gap, another run coming home, 3-0 Anaheim. I'm going to kill you, Cookie. You hear me? I'm going to fucking kill you if I ever decide to go back up to New York City for one reason or another. Jeremy Hefner comes on to try to calm Cookie down. I got a better idea. Throw his ass out of the game. Throw his ass out of the fucking rotation. Throw his ass out of New York City. Get rid of this piece of shit. Honestly, just get rid of this bastard. Now here comes the man that most of the Japanese people in New York came to see, Ohtani. Ohtani had a double and later scored in the first inning. That one's ripped down the right field line. Fair ball into the corner. That's going to get another run home. Another double for Ohtani. 4-0 Angels. And for Ohtani, that's RBI number 92. Oh, they gave him a triple. Sean Reed Foley warming up in the bullpen. Personally, I would prefer having Reed Foley in the fucking rotation over Carrasco these days. This is the consequences for sweeping a bone spur injury under the fucking rug right out of the shoot of the season. You deal with that before the season happens, not during it. You piece of shit. That's what you are, Buck. A piece of shit for sweeping this under the rug instead of fixing it before the season even started. Or fixing it as soon as the season started. Two 0 2-1. So Ohtani's got a double and a triple. He's looking for the cycle at this rate, 2-2. And with how badly Cookie's been pitching, I'd say he's going to get at least 2, maybe 3 more opportunities to get that cycle. But with that UCL issue, you don't know if he'll even get it over the fence. Keep in mind, this is Ohtani's first series in city. He would have been here 3 years ago, for this series about 3 years ago, had not been for a certain rat named Anthony Fauci forcing everyone to lock down and adhere to the bullshit bubble signs. You know what, Dr. Fauci? Go fuck yourself to death. That's your bullshit lie about a certain bug. Here's the payoff. Fair ball down the line, 5-0 Anaheim. Ohtani's home. Fuck you to death, Carrasco. And now Buck finally decides to pull his head out of his ass and get this piece of shit bum off the mound. Sean Reed Foley will come in. Took you long enough, shitwater. Took you long enough, you son of a bitch. I know how you feel, Raph C. I want Billy Epler out. I want Brian. I want Billy Epler out. I want Buck Showalter out. I want Stewie Barnes out. Because these three have basically sabotaged the New York Mets of 2023. And you want Brian Cashman's neck in a noose because of how badly he's done nothing for the New York Yankees, right? I'm dead fucking serious, folks. Someone asked me if I'm in the right to be this angry over what's happened with this team. In my opinion, yes, I deserve every fucking right to be angry at these men. Angry enough to where I want to kill them. Maybe I should have just done the Philly Cardinal game tonight. Speaking of which, I wonder how that game's panning out. Let's see. Okay, it's top three, no score in Philadelphia. And Showalter, if you're wondering why the Phillies are doing better than you this year, simple. Because the guy who's running the Phillies is actually fucking competent this year. And he's trying to prove that last year's run of the World Series was not a fluke. Sure, right now they're on pace to be the top wild card team in the NL, but it's better than nothing, which is what you've done with this team. And reduced them to a joke. Full count now. To the Moose. This will be the first time it's finished in last place since 2003 if the season were to end right now. Fouled off. The Art Howe years. We all know how bad those were. 66 and 95, the tail end of the 2000 core. Piazza riddled with injuries, and we were in desperate need of a rebuild. And mercifully, this inning finally ends. But 4 runs, 5 hits, one stranded. And when this season's over, Carrasco's head will be on a chopping block. Carrasco, Showalter, Epler, and Barnes's heads will all be on the chopping block. An inning and a half complete. Angels 5, Mets nothing. You're gonna die sooner or later, Buck. Sounds like another storm's heading my way. I better go remove the drain cap. Excuse me a minute. He's been in the episodes. I don't know how he fits in the OTT action news episodes. But whatever. And Luke and Baker just hit a solo bomb for St. Louis to put him out 1-0. Here's Pete Alonso to lead off for the Mets. And he nearly gets hit, ball 1. Last night, he got walked 3 times. And this has been a really bad year for Pete in terms of his batting average. But then again, when you have an idiot like Stu Barnes coaching you to swing at just about everything, there's no discipline or logic at the plate. And this is why I want Barnes fired. His incompetence. I mean, he's stupid. Then when it comes to pit swings, Pete takes, and they lost any discipline in pursuit of the curveball. You know, the off-speed shit, when they were pretty good at hitting it last year, 1 and 2. Again! Stop chasing the in the dirt shit, you fucking bastards! Here's Vogie. Pitch from Silseth. High and away, 1-0. Are you trying to give the Angels a perfect game? If that's so, Buck, you deserve to get your head chopped off. 1-1. Can we not make it 4 fucking strikeouts in a row and actually make some fucking contact on the ball before I decide to kill somebody? Well, he got contact on it, but it went foul. One, two to Vogie. Way out, 2-2. And again, this is the reason why Silseth has been mostly used as a bullpen arm this year. As far as I'm concerned, next year, if we keep Cookie, we put his ass in the bullpen. And if he can't recover from this cover up of his bone spur issue. Bogey pops it up down the left field in the foul ground, caught by Moustakas. I am glad I'm not going to be able to watch tomorrow's game since it's going to be on Peacock. Then again, who would want to watch tomorrow's game on Peacock? Given how bad this Mets squad has been this year. If Buck had been threatened, if Buck and Billy's job security had been threatened instead of secured for this year, maybe the Mets would have been galvanized by it. Maybe the rotation and the team as a whole would have been galvanized. It would have been galvanized. 2-0. To play better, to think better, to make better contact. 2-0 to Stewart. He just stares at it, 2-1. This team has lost 3 in a row after a stretch of winning 7 out of 9. Stewart hits that one deep to left, down mid-range left. That's going to hit the net. And we'll do it again. Two, full count. Payoff pitch. Ball 4, and the Mets finally have a base runner. And Navarez grounds out, scooped up by Rengifo, or whoever's the second baseman, over to Cabbage to end the inning. Talk about a waste. Five nothing Met Angels going into the third. I said I'll be glad when we reach the final Met game I have to even consider calling this year on September 21 rolls around against Philadelphia. Because then I'm done with this bullshit, with this shit heap of a team. And then when the season ends, we can finally consider getting rid of Showalter, getting rid of Epler, and getting rid of Barnes. All of whom need their necks in a noose. And then we can cut the fat that is Cookie Carrasco. And maybe emphasis on try, to focus on giving Miguel and Peterson more time on working their mechanics out in the rotation. 1-0 to Logan O'Hoop. Or O'Hop, excuse me. 2-0. Can we get out of this damn infomercial? I don't care for the Braves and Dodgers. Just get me off this damn infomercial, you piece of shit. Swear to God, I'm going to hunt down the people who run this app, and I'm going to kill them for not letting me have the game in a full run. In any case, O'Hop's out. On a fly ball to shallow right, McNeil's under it, 1 down. Ball 1 to Mickey Moniak. Someone's gonna die for this bullshit. Strike 2, 1. One and 2. That's fouled off. Do it again. That's not a surprise. 1, 2. Got him swinging. See, why not put Reed Foley in the rotation from here on out and stick Carrasco in the fucking pen where his damn ass belongs? 1-0 to Renfroe. Two and 0. Two and 1. 3 and 0. Three and 1. Swan and miss. 3 and 2. Payoff. Too high, ball 4. Trey Cabbage got a double, and then he scored on on the Rengifo hit. 0-1. Swung and missed. 0-2. Got him staring at it. So the Mets get out of that without giving up a run. But they do give up a walk. And more importantly, they're still down by 5 fucking runs because of the hole Cookie puts them in. This is why I don't want Cookie on this in this team or on this rotation or on this fucking team. If anyone were to ask me what sins best embody me, here's how I look at it. With my unwillingness to get a job, it's sloth. With how I try to prove myself right and flaunt it over people, it's pride. How much of a skinflint I can be and only overspend on things I like to do, greed. But when it comes to things in the sports world not going my way, the sin that I invoke is wrath. Well, Phillies tied their game up on a Trey Turner double play ground out. Pitch from Silseth to Ortega, first time he faces this guy. And it's low, ball 1. 1-1. 2-1. I don't know who this son of a bitch is. 3-1 pitch, Ortega takes, full count. And he walked him. So a leadoff walk for Rafael Ortega. Maybe the Mets can finally get something going. Here's Jonathan Arauz. So 2 of the last 3 batters, Silseth has walked. That doesn't matter to anything. The Mets still don't have a damn hit. Get off this son of a bitch. Strike 1 to Arauz. 0-1 to Arauz. Ball 1. 1-1. Arauz went 1 for 3 last night with a single and a pinch hit appearance. But it didn't matter much as Vogelbach struck out on a foul tip to end the game last night. And Arauz whacks that one, but it goes foul. 1-2. Sent Brett Baty down for this guy. And a line-out double play. What the hell were you doing off the base, Ortega? What the fuck were you doing off the base?
Practically standing on first base with the unassisted double play. Well, let's see how Cabbage gets off. He got maybe a step and a half. So he's staying a little close to the bag, allowed him to make that play look easy.
I swear, Buck, how stupidly this team has played this year is on your damn head as much as it is the rest of the team. Here's Nimmo. Nimmo pops it up, left field, Grichuk's under it, and that ends the inning. Another leadoff walk, another walk wasted. Nothing for the Mets again. 5-0 through 3. Buck, you deserve to die, or at the very least, get fired when this year is over. Because Mets fans, including me, may or may not be coming for your damn head. I know what you're thinking. Damn, Mets be packing tonight. Mets be bringing bringing both guns, and he's loaded them, so to speak. And you're fucking right. I did bring both guns and load both barrels. I bring my guns and I load both barrels to shoot Buck full of fucking lead. And to be fair, could anyone blame me for cursing up a storm with this one? No. Would anyone blame me for cursing up a storm like this? No. Phil Bickford now comes on to pitch. He'll face Grichuk, Rengifo, and Shohei, who's looking for a cycle with the way he's been hitting tonight. You know, in my year and a half of game calling, I haven't seen anyone hit for the cycle in any game I've called, Mets or otherwise. So it would be nice to see it, even if it is for Ohtani-san. Fans know who's coming up in a couple of at-bats, a couple of batters. Bickford this year hasn't been that terrible since the call-up, but he does struggle when he faces his first batter when he's brought in. and an automatic pitch timer violation on Bickford, ball one. Or is this a timeout? I don't know. Strike one. Ohtani waiting in the hole. Grichuk flied out and his first at bat in the second. It's one of the only outs. It was the last out Carrasco got before he got himself into bullshit. Swung and missed strike three. So down on strikes goes Grichuk, and here comes Rengifo. Who lined out to Aruz to start the game, then got an RBI single, well, that brought home Cabbage, and then he scored on the Ohtani triple, on Ohtani's triple. Oh, 1 pitch to Rengifo. Ground back up the middle. Lindor will scoop it up, fire to first, 2 down. Almost took Bickford's head off on that smack. Here's Ohtani, who has a double and a triple. Former to right center, the latter to deep into the right field to the corner and right. And he punched a few lights out in the first inning in regards to down the right field line. Looked it too far right, too far foul to the pole. One one. Again, the question for Ohtani is how long can he keep playing DH? Sure, it's a minimal injury issue, but remember, he's no longer in the Angel rotation this year due to UCL tear. Personally, I would put him under the knife as soon due to a UCL tear or whatever it was. Personally, I'd put him under the knife as soon as possible. And by under the knife, I mean have him get surgery to get that tendon reattached. 2-1. And the Durden skips to the backstop, 3-1 to Ohtani. And he gets walked. Well, there's one Met fan who doesn't like that. Ohtani going to take off. Ball gets out of McNeil's hand. That's going to be an E8. An E2, and I think Ohtani got hit in the head. Head by the ball. He got hit in the head with either the ball or McNeil's glove as he was sliding in. Either case, E2, that's an E2 and a stolen base for Ohtani. Oh, it hit him in the gut. And the ball hit him in the gut as he slid. Regardless, he's safe. But, ooh. Shohei got the wind knocked out of him. I'm on that one. Foul ball, 1-1. Let's see this again. Ooh, square in the diaphragm. It's going to leave a mark for sure. Strike two, and Ohtani will steal third. So Ohtani's got 2 hits, a walk, and 2 stolen bases. Please use my ligament. What? 2-2. I don't know what that means. But it's geared at Shohei to get himself patched up so he can pitch again. I get it, but a little stupid. Any case, Swan missed strike 3. Shohei gets stranded at third after a pair of stolen bags. Bags on a walk. Still 5-0 Anaheim. Los Angeles of Anaheim. Lindor leads off for the Mets in the fourth. Let's see if we can do something. Big cut and miss. 0-1 as the Mets have not been able to get any type of safe hits off Silsa. Another off speeder, and he goes 0-2. One, two. Line in the center, base hit. Lindor's now got a 12-game hitting streak, and the Mets finally have their first hit of the night off Chase Silsa. Low liner over the glove of Rengifo. Here's McNeil. Swung and miss 0-1. That's in the center. Another base hit. Lindor will hold up on second. Back to back, both over the head of Rengifo. Now the Mets are finally getting some going. Question is, can he even keep the momentum going? Alonso's up. He struck out his first at bat, chasing a few bad pitches, including the one that got him, which was well low and away from him. I don't even know why he's been tunnel vision in chasing those pitches this year. Ball one. Throw back to first, 9-time. Ball two. Vogelbach waits on deck. Popped up the in foul ground his first at bat. Three and 0. First time since the first inning that Silta has run himself into this issue. Excuse me. I.e. the 3-0 or worse count to start an inning. Starting at bat. Lonzo lines one. This time it's caught by Rengifo, and everyone holds up. Got too hard on the screws, but too low. But didn't hit it high enough to where the angle would be where Rengifo wouldn't be able to get it. Rengifo would have been able to get it. This one was just a straight lazy liner to him. And Alonso was pissed with himself. And who'd blame him? Here's Vogelbach. Ball gets away. Lindor heading home on a stolen double steal error. Oh my God. Sill set this down. Repeat, Sill set this down. It's a double steal error combination, and the Mets do get on the board, but for the Angels, it does come with a cost. They're going to have to pull Silseth out of the game.
Silseth just ended up in a place where he was in the line of fire. The ball was being thrown all over the ballpark, never to the right base, and he just ended up in a place where he didn't know where to go. He was running to go try to back up a base, and that's when he was hit with the baseball.
Oh, he got plunked in the head with the ball? That's gotta hurt. Yeah, I wanted the Mets to get on the board, but not like that.
Lindor started to run, and then McNeil ran, and then they threw to first base, and then the throw across the diamond whacked Silseth in the side of the head.
And then he
That caused the ball
collapsed.
to go awry and allowed Lindor to score and McNeil to go to third.
And then he collapsed. So it's a double steal, an E3, and a run for the
Yeah, right near the temple. Right in the
a
temple.
double steal and a run for the Mets, and an E3 on the Angels. That said, Silseth is coming out of the game for safety and concussion issues.
And that's how it just started, this chain of events. So happy that it's at least to his knees. Probably something we didn't hear here, probably made a sound on the field to the players when it carried off the side of his head. What was interesting is that he did not go down immediately. He took a couple of steps and then realized that he was hurt and hit the turf. It's just like guys in the box when they get hit sometimes, they'll go down, but they won't lie flat until a few seconds when they realize how severe the hit was. The Angels have already had a player get hit in the face this year. Taylor Ward suffered facial fractures when he got hit earlier this year. Silseth is up to his feet, and that is a great thing to see. But I certainly doubt that he's going to be able to stay in the game. You can see the bruise developing above his left eye.
Ugh.
I mean, it did. It hit it right into the temple. You can see it.
That looks ugly. And I'm looking at it, and I'm pretty sure you guys can see it through the specs. So Silseth will come out of the game. We'll take a timeout for an injury and a pitcher replacement for the Angels. 5-1 Anaheim. In Los Angeles of Anaheim. Bottom 4, 1 out. Mets have a runner at third.
Chase Silseth will leave this game.
I wanted him to get Silseth out of the game. The Mets get Silseth out of the game, but I didn't want it to happen like that. So into the dugout goes Chase Silseth after 3 1/3, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 run not earned, and 2 hits in 3 1/3 innings with 58 pitches. Not the way. And they're going to bring in former Met Aaron Loop. Personally, I think it was a mistake by the Mets to get rid of Loop at the end of the 2021 season. He was the best bullpen arm Luis Lopez had outside of his quote-unquote closer, Seth Lugo and Edwin Diaz. Let's see. For my area, we're going to get. I'm looking over the football games that are coming up to start the year in terms of local television coverage. Okay. Detroit, Kansas City, no brainer again. That game to start the year. Carolina, Atlanta. As for CBS, it's either going to be Tennessee, New Orleans, or Tampa Bay, Minnesota, or Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Cleveland, or Houston and Baltimore. They're doing the whole double dip thing. My foot's itching. Green Bay, Chicago on the Fox end of the doubleheader, and Philly, New England on the CBS end. Aaron Loop now in to face the Mets and face his old team from 2020 to 2021. Who's the Angels manager? And that was something Phil Nevin didn't want to see. So Loop will pick up with an 0-1 count from where Silseth left off. Runner on third, 1 out. So Loop is stranded about half of the runners he's inherited when he's come on in relief. But he hasn't been that good with the Angels. Here he's facing Daniel Vogelbach. Bogey hits this one to the left. This should be playable. Grichuk fires in to make the catch, and unlike last time when Mendick was dumb enough to run on Grichuk's arm, McNeil stays put. So that puts the burden on DJ Stewart. One out. Swung and miss. 1-1. Hit to left field, and it's going to drop fair into the corner for a double. McNeil will score. Stewart will stop at second, and it's 5-2 in favor of the Angels. There we go. Now we're getting something going. Here's Omar Narvaez. For Stewart, that's his 13th RBI of the year. Ricochets off the glove, and then the catcher's mitt, and then flies down the right field line. Foul, 1-1. One upon contact. Two and 1. Two and 2 as Narvaez just takes it. Why didn't we start Alvy tonight? Full count. And if anyone thinks I believe Ortega to hit a 3-run homer if he gets up, should Narvaez get walked or get a hit? Yeah, don't put your money on it, folks. Be realistic. Pay off. Got him. Any over, but the Mets do manage to cut into this deficit by 2 on 3 hits, an error, and one of those runs not earned. Not the way I would have wanted anyway. 4 innings complete. It's Angels 5 and the Mets 2. It's Los Angeles of Anaheim 5, New York 2. And New York 2. So neither starter will make the so Chase Silseth, because of the injury, will not get the win, but Carlos Carrasco is still in line for the loss due to his incompetence. I swear they need to put Cookie back on the shelf if that bone spur or injury is acting up. Moustakas takes ball 1 as we start the 5th. 1-1. Strike 2. Foul back. We'll do it again. Chopped. Aruz, 1 down. Into Alonso, 1 down. Aruz, 1 down. Into Alonso, 1 down. Strike 1 to O'Hop. One and one. Down the line, Aru scoops it up. He better get the first. And he does, but barely. 2 down. Ball 1 from Bickford to Moniak, who had the home run in the second that began the downward spiral for the Cookie. Ball 2. A home run I missed because this damn app was too busy running fucking ads on me. And for Moniak, that was his 13th of the year, just for a heads up. 2-0 pitch. Pops that one up. Shallow left center. Ortega under it. He gets under it, and he's got it. So a clean inning for the Mets to get out of that one. Halfway home, 5-2 Angels. 5-2 in favor of the Halos. A little more than a week away from hearing this tune. Or something close to it. Yeah, not that one. Let's try this one. But they're ever going to say lines and shoes. But you know this tune. Here's Ortega. One other from Ortega to Ortega the loop. Into the shift, slow roller, throw to first. Not in time. It's an infield hit. Hit for Rafael Ortega. I don't know why move in the fielders, thinking he was going to bunt. Instead, it's a swing, and Ortega beats it out for an infield base hit. Personally, if I was running Gifo and you knew Ortega was down the line already, best to just put the ball in your pocket. Here's Arauz. Ball 1. Arauz lined into a double play his first at bat back in the third inning after Ortega had walked. Ball 2. 2-0. I can understand why Evie and Gabe chose not to come tonight. Ortega pops that one down towards the Is it going to hit the seats? Yes, it does. Into the camera bin out near the Met dugout, 2-1. Aaron Loup with the Mets in 2021 pitched 56 and two-thirds innings and had a sub-1 ERA for a setup and middle reliever, and even battery starter. I don't know why the Mets decided to get rid of him. He would have been a key piece in 2022, but nope, they got rid of him. 2-2. I mean, seriously, Loop would have been a good piece. Also, as a heads up, congratulations to Daryl Strawberry and Doc Gooden finally getting their Met numbers retired for his Mets. Full count now to Aruz. Don't know if Ortega will be taken off.
Drawing his mask every time he was hit in the face, fake stitches in black. How many stitches he would have had.
Payoff to Jonathan Aruz.
That's it hard toward the home base.
Base hit by Aruz. Ortega will hold up at second. He's not challenging Grichuk's arm. And for the second straight inning, the Mets have gotten back-to-back singles. Only to get runners on first and second. And to start an inning. Even if Ortega had opted to take off on the pitch, Grichuk would have nailed him easily. Nimmo was flied out twice, both times to Grichuk. Loop disengages. That's disengagement 1 as he looked Ortega back to second. Dominic Leone, another member of this Met roster who got shipped out at the deadline, in the bullpen warming up. Ball 1. Getting prepped in the bullpen. Strike 1 to Nimmo. 1-1. Two and 1. Lions and the Chiefs in an open showdown. The stadium's rocking. Fouled off. Nimmo hits it down the left field line, but it's going to go foul. 2-2. Two to Nimmo. That's fouled off again. And we'll do it one more. Almost 2 hours in this damn game. And most of the fact that we're almost 2 hours in and we're only in the fifth is blamed on the cookie for crumbling as fast as he did. Piece of shit that he's become. They need to bench him and bench him soon. Or better yet, get rid of him when the year's over. Pay up, 2-2. Okay, that one hit the nub of the bat and then went to the backstop. So technically that's a foul ball. So 2-2. So still 2-2. And down goes Nimmo swinging. Ugh, son of a bitch. Here's Lindor, who has struck out, singled, and scored an unearned run. After stolen a bag and scored an unearned run. Lindor fouls that one, chops that one foul down the third line, 0-1. I'd say about 35,000 at Citi Field tonight. Most of them for Shohei, though. Ball one, double steal, or just Ortega swiping third. Aruz holds firm at first. I do not like that move. I mean, I understand not going for the double steal, again. Given that Aruz is not as fleet footed as Ortega, makes sense that Aruz would stay put. But as a trade off, double play depth for Anaheim. 1-1 to Lindor. 2-1. Didn't go. 3-1. McNeil waits on deck, and this is where probably Nevin would swap out Loop, one former Met, for another. Loop for Leone. Batter time call. Lindor hits it down the line and left, and it's going to go foul. Full count. Went too far, hooked it too far, and it didn't even make it to the foul pole. Full count. Don't know if Aruz will take off on this pitch. Probably not. Takes a small lead off the base. Payoff on the way. Fouled off, and we'll do it again. This time it went to right. And he goes down staring at it. You son of a bitch. Somehow that does not fucking surprise me. 2 down. Jeff McNeil now up at the plate to see if he can keep the Mets inning going. First pitch. Grounder to second, and the Mets get nothing out of it. So 2 base hits and a stolen base, and nothing comes of it for the Mets. Blown opportunity, 5 innings complete, 5-2 Anaheim in Los Angeles of Anaheim. Give me the combine harvester. And as far as the Jets versus Giants game tonight, Jets have got this one sewn up. This game has been a load of bullshit. We go to the 6th. especially when you had a double dose of death happen today. First Bob Barker, and then I find out the original voice of Harley Quinn, Arlene Sorkin, dies. One being 99, the other being 67. Propaganda. For those wondering, I have no interest in getting it. We already know that these vaccines don't work, so why keep peddling it? Oh, wait, I already mentioned it in my Twitter video why they're trying to peddle this crap again. When you look at the Mets coming in tonight, they're 8.5 out of the running for the final wild card spot. This is a team that's got no shot getting in this year, and more or less going to sacrifice going into next. But again, I cast the scapegoats being Billy Epler, Stu Barnes, Buck Showalter, and Stevie Cohen. 3 for sweeping issues under the rug instead of confronting them as Drew Smith comes on. And Cohen for sweeping their stupidity under the rug as well, instead of threatening their job security. 1-1. Renfroe is walked and he's fly out. Ball 2. I'm actually considering just dropping this call altogether fairly soon if this doesn't change much. Or if this changes more in favor of the Halos. 2-1. 2-2. That's driven the right center. That's going to go into the gap. Base hit. Renfroe's on with a double. And Renfroe's going to bolt his way to second with a leadoff double. It's not okay to curse, Lord God. Forgive me for it. One 0 in favor of Trey Cabbage, who doubled and then scored on, I believe it was the Rengifo double. On the Rengifo single back in the second. 1-1. Two and one. Swan and missed. Foul off. 2-2 pitch to Rengifo into Cabbage. Sit down, kid. For the Angels, that's their seventh man to strike out tonight. There's Randall Grichuk, who was flied out and struck out. 1-0. Strike one. Ours hit balls, Jonathan Aru, Shohei Ohtani, and under Renfro. 2-1. Two. It's popped up. Right field. Stewart under it. Makes a catch. Renfro will tag, and he'll go to third easily. As the throw gets cut off. When you look at the Angels, they're really behind in the West in their own right. Not as bad as the A's, but still bad enough as it is. Swing and a miss. Slow roller to second. McNeil will fling it to Alonso to end the inning. So the Mets get around a leadoff double. Work around the leadoff double. 5.5 complete. 5-2 Angels. Dominic Leone now on the pitch. He hasn't had that much success against his first opponent. It's been a good chunk of the season with the Mets. He'll start off with Pete Alonso, who was struck out and he lined out. First pitch on the way. Play from to Pete. Doesn't go. Strike one. Ball one. Here's the 1-0 pitch. 2-0. Pete, you should have just let that one go. 2-1. You don't chase those kinds of pitches. Even if you foul it off, you don't chase that pitch, you son of a bitch. Pete has really got to get that through his head again at some point this year. 2-1. And he fouls that one off. 2-2. At this point, I'd rather be playing a drinking game. Every time Alonso chases a bad pitch in the dirt, take a shot. Granted, I don't have any booze. That said, here's the 2-2. They're going to aim high. And he swings and misses. Strike three. Second strikeout of the night for Alonso. Undercut that one. Here's Vogelbach. Fouls that one off, 0-1. Bogey fouled out and he flew out. He fouled out to third and flew out to left in his two at-bats. Automatic ball as Leone didn't get rid of the ball in time. Two and one. Ball three. This ump is stupid. Full count regardless. Bogey gets a high fly on that one, though, right to left center. It's gone! Daniel Vogelbach gets the Mets a run closer with his 12th home run of the year. It's 5-3. That ball just carried. Reached to left center, and it got over the fence. Whack! Stewart swings and misses and one low, 1-0-1. For Vogie, that's his 12th of the year. 1-1. Swan and miss, 1-2 for Stewart. One, two.
And after this season's done, they all go to the postseason and work the big games because that's how good they are.
And Stewart pulls a Bartolo Colon, swings so hard that his helmet flies off. Strike 3. Here's Omar Narvaez. Strike 1. Or Narvaez, excuse me. I never get this damn name right. Again, blame Cookie for crumbling right out of the box again because he's an idiot. Once again, this is where I believe the Cookie should get his neck in a noose. 2-1. Ohtani will lead off the 7th for the Angels. Ball to right field, but it's foul. Why didn't I do the Philly Cardinal game tonight? Narvaez lets that one bounce in the dirt on him. Full count. So I was wondering what the score is in Philly. It's 9-1 over Philly over St. Louis right now in the 7th. 3-2. And Nomar takes ball 4. Then I'll get Rafael Ortega up as the tying run. Griffin Canning. That'll be available on Peacock.
of the series with the Texas.
Bryce Harper single in the third. Bryson Stott homer in the fourth. Bryce Harper single in the fifth. Sac fly by Bohm in the sixth. Strike to Ortega. Trey Turner single in the seventh. And a 3-run bomb by Castellanos in the seventh. Ball one. And then their final road trip in Philly. Fly ball to the right. Is that going to stay fair? Is it? Foul. I couldn't really see from that angle. Moved to Dallas to become the Texas Rangers. Here's the 1-2.
I just think this stance I'm seeing from Ohtani makes him so athletic. I mean, those balls are just spiked. Not even close to the
2-2 to Ortega from Leon. Fouled off. We'll do it again.
So the hitter will offer at it, and then it'll be kind of an easier play for the catcher. But we see some breaking balls that hit before the plate, which are so difficult. They make it look easy on the out. A hard-working inning for Leon. He struck out a couple, but in between the home run by Vogelbach, a walk to Narvaez, who is batting for his 27th pitch of the inning. Jonathan Arauz would be next.
Ball three, and this again, like if you really think Narvaez is going to take off, don't. He's content just sitting there regardless of what the outcome is.
See the glove, given a high target to try to fake that it's going to be a high fastball. He was leaning inside first, then went outside, and the ball ended up inside, and he still got there.
Here's the payoff. Ball four, back-to-back walks by Leon. And if I'm Nevin, I better get a new bullpen arm up. Here comes the pitching coach. And Jose Soriano warms up in the Anaheim bullpen, in the Halo pen. I mean, the original star for the Halos tonight, Chase Silseth, got nailed in the head back in the fourth on its double steal, an attempt of stopping a double steal. They threw the wrong base after Lindor took third, or which forced him to throw back to third, which led to Silseth getting plunked in the head, on the side of the temple with the ball. As he got caught in the throwing lane. Strike one as Arauz just stares at it. I really didn't like the fact that we sent Brett Beatty down. Yeah, he's been struggling, but he has a better hitting average than Johnny Arauz. Ball one. just about every other time.
We got 2 home runs as a man. 9 runs on base and 2 out.
It's even hit it. And he pops it up in the shallow right. Infield fly rule in effect, and that ends the inning. But the Mets do get another run across. But again, they strand 2. The Vogelbach homer helps a little bit. Through 7, we're through 6, 5-3 in favor of LA Anaheim. Smith will face Shohei Ohtani, Brandon Drury, and Mike Moustakas at minimum, and the Moose at minimum. Eesh, another 3-run homer in Philly, this time by Brandon Marsh. Maybe it was a good thing I didn't do that one tonight. I chose to do this one instead of that one tonight. If I was the Fox networks, I would switch to the Texas Rangers against the Minnesota Twins. Shohei Ohtani, 2018 Rookie of the Year, 2021 American League MVP, 301 career run average, 922 OPS, 2022 MVP runner-up. He faces Adam Kolarek. Ball 1. That's in the shallow center. Nimmo runs on and it's got it. 1 down. Swing and a miss by Drury. Comes in tight, but strike 2. Ball 1. Sit down, Buster. Here's the pitch to Moose, and he takes strike one. Ground ball to Lindor. He'll scoop it up. And 1-2-3 for Kolarek as we go to the stretch. 5-3, Los Angeles, Anaheim. It'll be Nimmo, Lindor, McNeil to lead off in the third, in the sixth, for the seventh. Jose Soriano now on the pitch. Strike one to Nimmo. Let me just 20 comment, leave a like, retweet this, and spread it out. Stinks Disciple 2, Sonny. Strike two. And Nimmo chases one in the dirt again like a fucking idiot. Where is his plate discipline gone this year? Where did it go, Nimmo? Why'd you sacrifice plate discipline for stats this year, you dipshit? Here's Lindor, who has singled, stolen the base, scored a run, and struck out twice. One. You're an idiot, Mr. Kimby. Lindor gets a piece of that one, but it's a shallow fly in the right, caught by Rengifo for the second out. Or, sorry, that's who's second base? Yeah, it is Rengifo. There's a double switch. Drury's now at first. Velasquez moves to short. Honestly, it's a triple switch. And Rengifo moves to second. And here's Jeff McNeil. Fly ball to right on the first pitch by McNeil. Inning over. Nothing across for the Mets in the seventh. So the eighth, still 5-3, Los Angeles. I'm on a video now on, and this damn thing is being so unbearably slow. He'll face Logan O'Hoppe, Mickey Moniak, and Hunter Renfroe. It looks like he got the first out. He did. Ground ball by Moniak. McNeil will scoop it up. Fired. Here to Alonso. 2 down. And here comes Renfroe. Moniak was able to put on the Kabuto. For those wondering what the Kabuto is, it's a warrior's helmet in samurai culture. Or reserved solely for the high generals or the shogun. I mean, Ohtani's Japanese. You have to have one of those damn things. For the Mets, they'll have Alonso, Vogelbach, and Stewart up in the 8th if they get through this without giving up a run or a hit. Swung on a miss, strike 1. Foul back, 0-2. Grounder to Lindor, long throw. Plays on a hop. Alonso with the pick. 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Angels 5, Mets 3. And Alonso is down as he gets plunked. I think this one got him in the skull. And he is mad. See what happened. Yep, got him in the helmet. Both teams' dugouts and bullpens are clearing out. I don't blame Pete for getting pissed. Or that get him close to the neck. Oh, that got him in the neck.
A little better look with the zoom. Yeah, that got him right near the base of the skull. Honestly, if you don't get it as the opposition that, it was a breaking ball, he didn't mean to do it, who cares?
Yeah, who gives a shit? If you throw someone at the head,
to throw a breaking ball near the plate, not hit someone in the back of the neck. And that's, you can almost read the conversation without even reading their lips. So Hoppy said, hey, it's a breaking ball. And Pete said, I don't care if it's a breaking ball. And that's what got everybody hot. I am so tired of hearing that. So tired.
You're not the only one who's pissed with it.
Yeah, Pete's going to come out of the game.
They're going to pull Pete out.
Athletic trainer's not going to take any chances.
I don't blame them.
So Alonso will go for some testing. Messing with his career. Just said it way too many times. Got a right to be
so either Mendick or Alvarez will take over at first. Because I don't trust Vogelback.
Gives him the sole possession of the Mets' career leadership. And brings with it a little bit of upset. Hoppy's concerned. Pete showing where he got it. And good move by the Mets. You have to take him off. He got hit in that area.
They're going to bring in Tim LeCastro to pinch run. No, that's Mendick. Excuse me. That's Danny Mendick. They're going to bring in the pitch run.
Very few things, Gary, get my temperature up where I feel like I was as a player 1,000 years ago. But this certainly is. Getting sick of it. Sick of watching Pete get hit. Sick of, I don't know. I feel there's got to be either some response, and pitchers can do whatever they want to do.
Vogelback takes strike one.
Go out there.
Ball one.
At some point, you got to get sick of it, don't you? And I know Buck Showalter has said the Mets pitchers have hit a lot of batters. Well, being
ball two.
Hitting batters because you are chasing velocity and you don't have pitchability at times doesn't count. It counts if you show the guy that you're sitting on the bench with that you're sick of it too. Vogelback couldn't hold the swing. Vogelback homered in the sixth.
Vogelback couldn't hold it 2-1, even though it looked like he did hold it.
Alonso basically saying to Hoppy, I don't care if he's a breaking ball. If Hoppy got hit in the neck with a pitch, I don't care if it's a breaking ball, he'd be angry too. Put yourself in Pete's place, and he doesn't know
3-1.
that Pete gets routinely hit, it seems like every series. Becoming a joke, or it is a joke.
At this point, get him a Knight's helmet.
Majors has been hit more times this year than Alonso, and that's Ty France of the Mariners.
Which is ironic.
And he pops this one up.
He is mad at himself. Grichuk going on, going to play it in left, one down.
Retired, one out.
And Mendick retreats back to first. Should have just let that one go, Danny.
We're not trying to hit you. And if you're Alonso, it's like, I don't care if you're trying to hit me. And I know what O'Hoppy's trying to do as well, diffuse the situation. But I get it. That doesn't diffuse it. It doesn't. It does, especially.
It just escalates it.
Trying to talk reason, right? With the guy who just got hit.
Pitch to Stewart. Strike one.
He's not ready to discuss reason. Just be quiet. Yeah. Let him
just
go to
shut
first
up.
base. By the way, it's the sixth batter that Soriano's hit in only 31 innings. DJ Stewart has an RBI double tonight. He
Rips one to right, base hit, but it's a liner. That's going to hold Mendick at second.
The Mets have the tying runs on base in the eighth inning. DJ Stewart keeps on hitting. And I think that maybe the Mets' blood is up a little bit. Should be. Bullet by DJ here. He can cover that high fastball, can he? Another left-hand hitter who can hit the high ball.
Navarez has been walked, and he struck out.
Been a change, certainly, with the path.
Out, and he's grounded out.
Soriano doesn't seem like the same pitcher he was last inning after the up-down. Well, especially after hitting. So it's a young pitcher. Now Narvaez. There's a rather animated conversation in the dugout with Daniel Vogelbach between innings.
Strike one. Personally, I would have started Alvarez in this spot, not Narvaez. Especially when Narvaez has been fluttering around the Mendoza line. It's a good reason to get rid of him when the year's over. Or get a different catcher off for cheap. Get a different catcher for cheap. Fouled off 0-2. I mean, seriously, when this season's over, the players we need to get rid of, Cookie Carrasco, Omar Narvaez, the latter of whom is because of his low batting average and lack of ability. So, essentially, you ship him out to get some other catcher who's good on the cheap, even free agents, off-season free agency. 0-2, 1-2.
Too many balls thrown at his head for this young of a career. 24-year-old Jose Soriano trying to get through a second inning of relief. And Narvaez went around for strike three. So a half swing on a slider in the dirt.
You son of a bitch. You deserve to die. You fucking have to go when the year's over, Narvaez.
Breaking ball from the young Soriano. Outstanding block by Hoppy. Not sure he swung.
Unfortunately, that kind of thing is something you can't challenge in baseball.
Jeremy Rehak punched him out from third base. So now 2 out and 2 on for Rafael Ortega, who's been on base 3 times in a row tonight. 2 walks and an infield hit. He's stolen a base.
But on each occasion, he didn't get home.
And he takes a fastball strike at 100. It's got the first 2 men on in the 5th and didn't score. They got back-to-back 2-out walks in the 6th. They didn't score. 2 men on now in the 8th. And a slider in for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Angels 3 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Mets 1 for 9 tonight.
Ortega spends his timeout. 0-2 coming. He lays off the curve in the dirt. No Hoppy keeps that ball in front of him. Well, the Texas Rangers just got what they needed. A 4-run rally in the top of the ninth. They lead Minnesota 6-2, trying to snap that 8-game losing streak. Now can they hold on? Yeah.
Something I haven't been able to do in over a week from Currency, Texas.
1-2 to Ortega.
1-2 to Ortega.
And Rafael sucks one out to center, but
So that's playable.
To make the catch to retire the side.
Over again, Mets failed to capitalize. They're now 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position in this matchup. We go to the 9th, 5-3 Los Angeles.
Well, I'm not 100% sold yet. Have you? It's fine.
Ortega, you're a fucking idiot. I mean, Narvaez, you're a fucking imbecile. I swear, Stu Barnes does not understand the concept of plate discipline. You do not chase pitches in the dirt. It's baseball 101. Never chase low and in or low and out. I mean, in the dirt, in or out. Don't chase it. Jesus Christ. I mean, Jesus. I mean, geez Louise. I mean, honestly, this team needs to get rid of Barnes because he threw plate discipline out the window this year. He simply deserves to die for it. You live by the go for broke swing, you die by the go for broke swing. And when this year's over, Showalter, Barnes, pack your bags, your asses are gone. Brooks Raley will come to pitch the ninth. He'll face Andrew Velasquez, Randall Grichuk, and Luis Rengifo. Let's move Daniel Mendick to first base. McNeil to first base, and Mendick will go to second. Velasquez attempts to bunt on strike one. One one. That's driven to right field down the line. Is it going to stay fair? Yes, it does. And Stewart makes the catch. One down. Two zero. That's checked foul on Grichuk. 2-1. Grounder foul. 2-2. Payoff is a slow grounder to Lindor. He'll scoop it up, fire to McNeil, and he's got it. 2 down. Mets' last chance in the ninth. They'll send Arauz, Nimmo, and Lindor to the plate. See if they can do something. And a double for Rengifo on Rayleigh. And here's the last shot for Shohei Ohtani. He can't get the cycle, but can he get one over the fence? Nope, they're going to give him the free pass. And the Japanese fan base does not like that call. And who blamed them with the boo birds raining down on Showalter for that? Ground ball to Aruz. He'll fire it to first, and that gets the Mets out of that issue. Now it's do or die for the Mets. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Los Angeles 5, New York 3. Here comes Carlos Estevez, one of the best closers in baseball this year. 27 out of 29 for the Angels. This is his 30th save attempt. Oh, you have got to be shitting me. They're starting this with Abraham El Monte. This son of a bitch who's only hit is a double against the Cubs, or was it the Nationals? I don't remember which. This guy was a bad pickup. Swing and a miss, strike one. He's another guy the Mets need to get rid of when the year's over. Fouled off the bat, 0-2. Grounder to first, scooped up, one down. Why the hell did you put this son of a bitch in, Buck? People wonder why I want Buck out of here when the year's over. People wonder why I want Barnes out of here when the year's over. People wonder why I want Epler gone when the year is over. Shit like this is why. That's why I haven't even worn my Mets hat in most games. I've had to call all this year. Here's Brendan Nimmo. Strike one. The big issue for the Mets, Carrasco. He's become a cancer to the pitching rotation that they need to cut when the year's done. Had he not given up those 5 runs, the Mets would have won this game. Chopper by Nimmo to Rengifo. He'll fire it to Drury, 2 away. And the Mets are down to their final out, and it's Lindor. I mean, seriously, they need to stop using Cookie. He's crumbled. That bone spur injury really crippled him, and it's fucked him up. And not dealing with it right away fucked him up. Strike one. Fouled off. I mean, seriously, Buck, you need to get Cookie out of that rotation or ship him out when the year is done. This is the first time the Mets have been in last place. They're going to finish in dead last since 03, for those wondering. Fouled off again, 0-2. This one hit the mask of the ump. I mean, seriously, why the fuck am I torturing myself with this game? Did I even torture myself tonight with this one? I've been on the air for about 3 fucking hours right now. Lindor gets under that one, pops it up, Drury's under it, game over, Halos win 5-3. Just go away when the year's over, Buck. 2 more games, and then your ass is out of here. Beyond that, I don't have a damn thing else left to say. Leave a comment, smash a like, sub to the channel. Mets 228 signing out. Goodbye. Good fucking night.